Well, good morning. It's a nice, beautiful morning here in northeastern Washington. It is October the 23rd. It's a Sunday, a little after 9 a.m. Beautiful day out, a little colder, starting to get some freeze going on. Winter's setting in. Just a quick update of what's going on with Blue Dog. Some weird things have come up. Okay. So this last week, it's been 2 weeks that I've been emailing um, the one of the managers there that had been helping me, pretty much ghosting me. 4 emails, 2 voicemails, never calls me back. So my wife says, let me give it a try. I'm like, okay. So she calls and leaves a message with the receptionist, who then gives her the mail for this service guy. He calls back. And it's like, what? He calls back, so my wife calls him back, say, hey, this is what's going on. We're just trying to check on what the progress is. What's going on? No one's communicating. And he's like, well, I have to check in on it. We did get the decals. And she says, oh no, she told him, you got the decals, because we checked with Cruiser, and they said you ordered the decals. That means you should be doing the DLAM. Well, I'll have to check on that. He says, I think we got door parts for you, but I don't think they were the right parts. So let me check on that and get back to you. Didn't call back for a day. Then, out of the blue, the service manager calls. It calls my wife. Says, hey, this is who I am. Leaves us a nice voicemail saying, please contact me. I'm working on your stuff. So I said, okay. So I call him back, and he answers the phone. And I said, hey, I'm returning your call. And he said, well, let me look it up. He goes, yeah, we've been really backlogged, and I just took over. And he says, let me look. He says, well, yeah, you brought it here back in July. I go, yeah, like July 11th. Well, it just fell through the cracks, and I'm a new manager here. Came up from Portland 2 months ago, and I'm trying to get through this backlog, see what's going on. He's like, I'm sorry that this happened, and we have a new manager, I don't know what he is, general manager out of Las Vegas, and we're trying to make a turnaround. I'm hiring people, and I'm trying not to just fill spots and get people that have some experience, because things aren't being run here correctly, and I'm trying to turn that around. And I'm like, great. And he's like, I will give you an email once a week letting you know what's going on. He said, we did get the decals, but nobody turned in the paperwork for warranty for the DLAM. It's like, are you kidding me? That was supposed to be done 2 weeks ago, and with the other manager, but apparently it wasn't done. Shocker. So he said, I'm going to get on it. I've gone out and taken pictures. I'm sending that to him today, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, we'll see what happens. I'm trying to be optimistic about this, and I'm hoping they're turning around. So he calls the next day, or sends me an email the next day. He goes, hey, I sent the DLAM paperwork in. They disproved it, and they said it was just a decal. So he says, I went out there and took photographs of it, again, along with a video showing that the DLAM is not just the decal, it is actually the layment, the material underneath. Apparently, when they put that together, they probably missed a glue spot, because it's well below where it would have been a water-related problem, which was suggested by a friend of mine. He said both of them are not from a water leak. It's just that sometimes in the manufacturing, they miss a glue spot. Okay, I get that. Could happen. So that's where we're at. He said he resubmitted that email, or that claim, and that was on Friday. So hopefully, maybe this week coming up, we'll hear something. He did find out that the door parts were back ordered. Okay. I can understand that, and I don't have a problem with that. The only problem I ever had with Blue Dog, with Post Falls Blue Dog, is they'd ghost you. They would not return emails, phone calls. I've been in limbo and getting the runaround since July. And that's what's unacceptable. And that's what prompted the social media blitz on Blue Dog. So if they live up to it, great. I hope things come about and I can report better next time. I did read an article yesterday. It was from some outlet. It's like indie.com, and they're commenting on the RV industry in general. And it's a very good article. I highly recommend you search it out. And it's amazing because everything that they're listing is true that I've seen. And it's not just the dealerships, okay? They're a part of this. They're a part of the breakdown from the way they treat their customers. But the bigger issue is the industry. The industry as a whole is broken. And the article outlines how it's been broken since 2008, from the last recession. There's been such a demand that everything's been rushed. Poor workmanship, RVs coming out with tons of problems, even safety issues that have caused fires and the burning of some of these RVs. So good article. It explains on it's all about money with these RV companies. And these RV companies, their workmanship is crap. Our RV had a lot of the things I fixed myself. The shower leak because they didn't seal the surround. Molding falling off because they didn't use long enough nails. Man, there was a couple other things I had to fix. Things weren't hung straight. Oh, doors didn't line up and wouldn't close. Wouldn't latch because the latch was off by like a half an inch. So the interior doors would not shut properly. It's just poor workmanship, and it shows they don't care. So, and then they interviewed some of the people in this article, and they talked about, they have zero to no training or very little training. The training they get might last, a day of, this is how you wire an RV, which has led to some serious safety issues with the RV, where they've caught fire, they've shorted out. Some of these workers are saying they may have gotten a few hours of training on this is how you do something, and then they're thrown into it, and they're expected to get 35 units out a day. So it's all rushed. There's no quality to it. Plus they've had problems with the COVID incident, and lockdowns and losing employees, and then everybody buying RVs in a rush because they could work from home now and they'd go on the road and work. So I get all that. My RV falls in that description of the COVID RV. That's how they're listing RVs built between 2001, end of 2000 to present. They're calling them the COVID RVs. So be warned that you need to really investigate before you buy an RV. Hire one of these RV inspectors, a certified inspector, to go to the lot with you. And before you sign on anything, have them inspect it and go, oh no, this is what's wrong. It'll save you a ton of money. It will save you a lot of heartache and a lot of it just sitting in the dealership. The other thing the story outlined was that a lot of these RVs that are being bought, they'll go right back within a day or two, and they'll be there for months. You're paying on an RV you cannot use for months because the manufacturer doesn't get the parts out to them. The manufacturer did such a lousy job that it's going to take forever to get them to buy off on it. And I'm just me. I'm just one person. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of these RVs out there that are just sitting around because of poor workmanship, poor quality control, and it's really too bad, because if the industry is, I think, is dying. I think the industry, looking at all the RVs that are stacking up that people aren't buying, Interest rates are climbing. They're at 8% right now. With RVs and vehicles, I think it might be even a little bit higher. People can't afford it. People are losing their jobs now. The economy's turning to crap at the end of 2022, and it's not going to get any better in 2023 from what the outlooks that I've looked at. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of people buying RVs. But if you're in the market for one, do your homework. Check out the dealership. Make sure you're informed. That's what this is all about. I just want people to be informed so you're not frustrated and out money. I'm fortunate enough that I paid cash, so I'm not making payments on something I'm not using. However, it's been sitting since July 11th, which kind of is frustrating. And again, if the dealership had been up front and communicated, I understand. And I'm understanding more as I look into this. So anyway, until the next update, which I hope will be when I get the RV, I'm hopeful it's going to be here in the next week or two, but who knows? It's all up in the air, and I'll keep you posted as I learn things. So one other thing that these dealerships and these RV companies don't realize or have forgotten. One happy customer will tell 10 of his friends. An unhappy customer, ladies and gentlemen, will tell everybody that will listen. So if you don't have happy customers, you're going to get trashed. You're not going to get good reviews, and your business is going to suffer. So keep that in mind. Anyway, take care. Winter's like here. It's going to start freezing tomorrow. Snow likely in the next week. So one thing the RV dealership said they would do at their expense would be to winterize it, because it's on their lot, and they assured me that it would be fully winterized, because I told them with winter coming, if snow hits the ground here in Northeast Washington or even the northern Idaho area, we're not driving it on snowy roads. So anyway, take care. Thanks for tuning in.